the channel. All right, we're budgeting out here. We're in these streets, right? Yeah, you're going to get these impromptu videos whenever I'm feeling like going live or have time. That is probably the best choice of answers when I have time. So I'm glad y'all are here. Let's jump in. Oh, we got to do the giveaway. I forgot. Y'all, we got to do the giveaway. Okay. Shakima, don't forget the giveaway. Don't forget the giveaway. Got to do the giveaway. Very good. So we're going to be budgeting. Y'all jump in. Hey, everybody. We're going to be budgeting tonight. I think it was last week on Facebook. I might have posted on Instagram and YouTube. Excuse me, y'all. But make those, when you get those deposits, make those deposits immediately. You don't want to be holding out your money or not allocating those funds. So whenever you get a deposit, you want to allocate those funds immediately, because if not, you're going to be like all the regular people and jump into just casual spending. Then you're not going to know where your money is. You're not going to know what you did with it. And that's just how it goes. I know that's hard to process sometimes, like, oh, no, I'm going to know where my money went. No, you won't. If you don't give your money a name, if you don't do something with your money immediately, I promise you, your money will control you. All right, y'all, I'm just pulling up my budget sheet because we got to get in here and start doing some budgets. Hey, everybody. Hey, Kim, good to see you. Hey, Nikki and Lexi, and hey, Ollie from Oklahoma. Very good to see everybody. So look, I'm going to be honest with y'all, right? I took the kids to the dentist last week and I got a bill because Jackson has to have sealants done in the next time they go to the dentist, which is February, I think. Yeah, no, April. April, they got to go back. He has to have sealants, so they gave me a bill. Because I had gotten some money. Hey, ma'am. Good to see everybody. Because I had gotten some money and I didn't have access to my budget sheet right at that moment, I wrote down all of my transactions here. I wrote it all down on the back of this. Jackson has to get his sealants done. And when they turn 13, insurance stops paying for sealants. So if I want him to have them done, I have to pay for them. So they printed me out a projected price. Excuse me. But I use this to just write down my transactions because I knew if I didn't write it down right then, I was going to spend money. And then, of course, every time I get a deposit, I do a tithe off of that. And I want to go ahead. I don't even hold God money out. I don't hold any money out. I go ahead and take care of it right now. So I thought I would put on my bow because it's time for bed over here. I don't know what time y'all go to bed, but listen, these are some of the last things that we do before we take our rest, right? It is not time for rest yet. It's almost rest time. We worked, we've cooked meals, we've cleaned the house, we've done all of those types of things. However, this is the last thing we need to do. Now, let me share this with you. Some of the members met on Saturday and we were just having a little powwow about budgeting. And one of the ladies mentioned that finally she had hey Kathy, a really small win where her spouse actually sat down with her to do some budgeting, just even to look at it. He didn't do much budgeting, but he at least looked at the numbers to see where they were. I think she said 15 minutes. So one strategy that I would have you use, if you have someone else that's attached to your finances, again, the house is quiet, the kids are down, or they're getting down very soon, right? They're getting down very soon. Dinner's over. This could even be during their TV time or whatever the case may be. Hey, Miss Robin, this could be during their TV time or their screen time or whatever, because you don't need a long time, especially if you stay on top of your budget. Y'all can sit down, get your jammies on, get your beverage of choice. This is water. Get your beverage of choice. Normally it's coffee or whatever. And then you're going to start allocating where those funds come from. Now, we have had a little hiccup in our finances. I'm not sharing that tonight, but I will share it at some point. I may not share it at all, just depending on what God will let me do. So we are in a crunch over here, really trying to make sure that all of the things get done because we don't want to come up short in any area. Okay. Back to the budget. So I'm going to share my budget sheet with you all. And I'm tired. Y'all get up really early in the morning. So I'm going to share my sheet so that you're able to kind of see how I go about my budget, right? Now, my budget, all of my money is direct deposit. I don't ever have cash unless I go to the bank and purposefully get cash. So all of my funds go into my direct deposit, and immediately I go in and pay my mortgage, light bill, water bill, cell phone bill, internet. What else do I have? Grocery money, Mr. Jerome, all of those types of things is immediately paid when I get paid. So what you're seeing right now, as far as my budget sheet, that money is gone. It's been allocated for. You're just seeing where I'm, keeping track of it here. But that money has already been spent. All the bills have been paid or sent or whatever the case may be. There is nothing, there's nothing else in there that's just holding on. I think I have like $89 in my account right now. And I'm just holding that to make sure that I didn't forget to write something down. Okay. So the kids got another deposit. Well, Jackson, I say the kids because I'm just so used to both of them. Jackson got a deposit last week. So his deposit, this is the money that I'm allocating for. It is $181.46. That was a deposit. I can't remember what day it came, probably the 10th. And then what I'll do, because I'm not able to actually make this particular cell add itself, so I'm just going to add my old number and my new number. So I had 440.68 plus 181.46. That's going to give me 622.14. Okay. Now I've got to go back in and try to allocate those funds, right? So today is the 16th. So this would have been last week. All right. Now every single dollar gets a name of some kind. So the first thing I do right off the top of my right off jump is I go down and I do my tithe. Always tithe first, no matter what comes in, where money goes. So I did $19 to my home church, because I tithe to my home church, and then I give an offering to a different ministry. And so for that different ministry, I did $9. Okay. Now that left me with $153.46. So I'm just reading it off my paper. Well, now Jackson needs his money, right? So I got to go back up and find Jackson's, because now that sister has bought her car, I really, really, really want to make sure that I am saving up as much as I possibly can for Jackson. I want him to be able to have what he needs when he is ready to purchase a vehicle. So let me see if I can find Jackson. Okay, miscellaneous savings for Jackson was $25. That brought us down to $128.47. So Jackson has a cell phone. So I have to pay his cell phone, and I pay it out of this money. This is, and Shamika is the primary on our cell phones. It used to be mom, but then we got on a family plan through Shamika's bill. And so Jackson pays $47. I allocate $47 for his cell phone. Now, if I didn't allow him to have a cell phone, or I didn't want to pay for it, his dad would actually put him on his bill, but he sends money. So it's no need for him to pay money when he's sending money here anyway. So what I do is I just take some of that and pay his cell phone bill. It's no problem. Then I went down and I did vacation money, or I still owe Alana $280 out of the $1,200 I was saving for her car, because the car opportunity came up early. I gave her $980. No, I gave her $920. I'm sorry, $920, which meant I still needed to give her $280 to make up the total $1,200. And I'm going to stay true to my word and do that for her. So I put $20 in her account for her car fund. So let me see if I can find that. That's going to be sister's car money. So I gave her 25 and then I put into vacation $5. Okay. So that left me then with $56.46. So I actually gave myself 25 more dollars. So I'm going to change that to 30 for my vacation money. And then just some random blow money. It wasn't really random, but I always like to make sure I have enough in my checking account just in case I forgot something, like I forgot my Netflix and I do have to put that in. So I left $31.46 in there. So let me go back up and see if I can find Netflix because I don't even know where that's at. Nope, that would be a I'm going to put it right here, and that's $17. And I'm just going to make myself a note that that is Netflix. We decided we wanted to get, no, I don't want to, I want to put a note there. We decided that we wanted to get Netflix because we really don't have, we have Roku. So sometimes the shows we want to see are on Netflix. So we just got that. And I just wanted to make sure that I had all of that allocated. Now I'm going to go back to my regular budget sheet or my at a glance, and I want to see how I've done thus far, right? So my mortgage is paid at $1,000. The cell phone bill is Jackson's and Mom's. I paid Mom's. Jackson and I paid Jackson's out of this money. I paid mine out of my own money. Household repairs, that's a sinking fund. Okay, so I'm going to chat a little bit about sinking funds in a second. I took out Mr. Jerome's money. Mr. Jerome has already been to cut the grass. Recycling, pest control, yearly spray, all of that is a sinking fund. All of this is sinking funds. My Healthways gym did come out that, and it actually only came out at $25. They said they were raising that price to $29, but I did not see the price adjustment to $29. So I'm just going to do the $25. And if it adjusts next month, then I'll just make the adjustment, but it did not change. Maybe it said November. I thought it said October. Okay. So when you're looking back at your sheet, this is when you're making sure that you allocated for everything, that everything that needed to come out is coming out. So I'm going to make this say Netflix right here just because I don't want to have a blank. And I don't know what that is for. Haven't paid any taxes. That's because I haven't gotten any one mom revenue or income yet. So I didn't pay any taxes yet. I'll do that when the revenue comes. And I think that that will be, we usually get money around the 22nd. So Sunday, right? I should get a deposit. It may come on Friday this time because Sunday is the 22nd is a Sunday, or it may come on the Monday, the 23rd. But as of right now, I haven't gotten any, so I don't put any tax money in. I did Jackson's high school's his homeschool high school. That should not even say curriculum. That should just say high school sinking fund. Take that out. And that is for all of his shoes, clothes. It's getting cold now, and he has a coat, but his coat looks very middle school. And so what I mean is it's two tones. It's black on the top and red on the bottom. He's in 10th grade. He really needs a big boy coat. At least a coat that's one color. So I'm going to have to go and buy him a coat. It's getting a little bit chilly. He does have a hoodie he likes to wear, and he has a couple of light jackets, but it is getting a bit nippy here. And so I am going to have to buy him a coat, but I keep putting money in that fund every month. And so there's money there that I can use whenever he needs something. I bought 2 pairs of shoes for school, and then we bought a couple other things that he needed. We spent a ton on soccer stuff that he needed for soccer. But it was his money, is what he wanted to do. So, okay. Camera is a sinking fund. Haven't done anything with that. Monthly groceries. Summer groceries I did. I did not do the preps this time because I did the eating out. And then actually, I had some money saved in my envelope. I'll show y'all the envelopes in a second. Jackson got one haircut. He gets one more haircut. My P.O. box is a sinking fund. Dentist, Jackson had to go to the dentist. Sister went to the dentist. I went today. I had to pay out of pocket because my yearly premium is, my yearly allotment is finished because I had some dental work done. I had a root canal. So all that's done. My bill was $129 today, but I have my benefits card. So my benefits card rolls in September. So it goes from September to August. So I was fortunate enough that I did not have to pay it out of my own funds, but I had my benefits card that allowed me to take off $129. I put $750 on there every year. That's $75 a month for 10 months. They preload it for me. And so to date, I've spent about $180. I get a prescription every month. It's $25. So I've done that twice. I used the benefits card. And then today's charge was $129. So I still have money on there. We're thinking I may have to have another root canal. We're not sure yet. I had some crowns put in, and she said it can take up to a year for your teeth to start feeling like they're normal again. And I'm actually able to eat on this side of my mouth again. I have not been able to do that for a very long time. I have overcompensated here, but I am able to eat on this side. This is my primary chewing side, or had been before the crowns. So prayerfully, I'm good and I won't have to have any more work at the moment, but I do have my benefits card if anything else happens. Okay. Gwen, I did have to take Gwen to the vet. She gets one more vet visit. She gets one more vet visit. She went on the 13th. So let me put in that money. She went on the 13th, which was a Friday. And that Monday I had to get, let me see if I can find Mama. Where's Gracie? Gracie. Okay. I had to get her and little ma'am their flea and tick and heartworm, and that was $91. Then little ma'am had to go back to the vet on Friday, and that was $64. So because she fluctuates her weight and she's not fully grown, I'm trying to not do Chewy yet to see if I can buy their heartworm and flea and tick cheaper. I'm going to start doing it through Chewy, but I'm trying to wait until she settles out her weight. I could do Mama's. I could buy Ma'am's, no problem, because she ain't no more. She's not over 50 pounds, but little ma'am actually gains a few ounces. She's 7 pounds, 1 ounce now. And last time she went to the vet, she was 6 pounds and 3 ounces. So I need to make sure I get the right weight on her to get the right pill. But I cannot continue to be paying all these prices for these dogs. Like, Mama didn't charge me all this. Mama didn't cost me all this money. It's this little dog. And I have scheduled her spay appointment for next month because we are not having any accidents over here. So she is getting spayed. Jackson's gym came out. I think that was the first week. It should be coming out again this week. So I do have to leave money in there for that. Moving down, making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, back to my budget sheet. And if you're making comments, I can't see them, but I will see them in a second. So let me see. Recreation, entertainment, and vacation, 140. Jackson savings, I've already saved 75 for him. The dogs were twice what I allocated for that. Why is it not saying Jackson's gym? Because it's already taken out once. His gym comes out on the 5th and the 21st. So let me see. So this is the first week. Let me see when the 5th was, on a Thursday. Jackson's gym. Okay. His gym comes out on the 1st and the 5th and the 21st All right, let me make sure. So this is when you go back and you're just making sure, did I write everything down? Am I sure that this paid? You have your phone or whatever you're using to check your banking account, and you're checking account against your sheet to make sure that you have the right amount of monies showing up. Okay, let me see what else. Okay. Haven't done any sinking funds yet. They were pretty decent. So it says that I have spent to date $3,431 and 46 cents, leaving me $273.86, which is not true because I only have $89 in my account. So I have missed something somewhere. Um, did I go to the doctor? I did not. Yeah, now I got to go back and figure out where I've missed $200 from somewhere. Okay. Hmm. This is where it gets really intricate with the details. I know what I did. Okay, let me go back to this. So last week I put $100 in vacation. So let me go back up. I put an extra $100 in there. Do I see my vacation? No. Mm. Where's my vacation fund? I wanted to make sure I had extra money in there because my trip is coming up very soon. Okay, so I'm still over by $90. So what did I forget? Where am I forgetting money? Okay. Jackson's money I did. The dogs I took care of. Okay. So I'm going to make myself a note that I need to find $90. What I did with the $90 because I'm about 90 over. I have $89 in my. Well, I can actually go look and see, right? Go back to my bank and see. No, wrong thing. Go to my bank. I might have sent out a PayPal or something to somebody. No, bank. Okay, let's see what I did. All right. Okay. 1619. I'm just writing some stuff down. 416. I found one deposit for the 13th. I meant one spending for the 13th, which was on a Friday. I bought something at the grocery store. $6.58. Something at the gas station because I had to go out of town for my grandmother's 82nd birthday. It was $4.16. Today I spent some money. Okay, let me see. What's today? The 16th. See, this is how you got to go back and find how you spent money, right? Because I shouldn't have spent this money, but I spent it anyway. And you want to know why? Because I wanted to. And now you got to figure out where in the heck. Okay, 661. I went to Tropical Smoothie because I didn't eat much this morning. Then I went to Walmart. Okay, so that's going to be, we call that $23.80 because I went to Walmart. Okay. On the 13th, let me go back. Okay, I had some miscellaneous blow money for $37.94. That was a Cash App. Oh, the dog. Back to the dog. In order for her to get her spay appointment, you have to put down a deposit. And it was only $10, but they still took it out of my account because she is getting fixed, period, the end. So I find the dog. Dog racing. So that should say 74. Okay, now let me see if I got it. Well, I'm close. So 91, 83, 38, and I only have $89 in there. So I'm off by a couple bucks, but I'm going to take it this time, right? No, I have $84. So I'm going to take it this time. All right, let me stop sharing that, and I'm going to come back over and see what kind of comments I have. Okay. Let's see where we are. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody that's joined me. Thank y'all for coming over. $600 for glasses. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. So I might would see if there's a cheaper online option. Sometimes if you have your prescription, all you need to do is have that to be able to go online to find something a little different. I know it's hard and you want to get it from your doctors, but I get the least of these. I used to get those name brand and get it Marc Jacobs and this name and all that. And it just was costing me a lot of money. Like my insurance will pay for something because I'm actually getting my eyes done this month. The kids get their eyes done this month. And, but again, I have my benefits card, but I didn't want to be spending all that money. So I said, well, what's the cheapest thing that my insurance will pay for? And I actually got, well, these were actually a brand deal that I got from Zenf. So if anybody's looking for a code, there should be one in the description box for, and I got these from Zenf. They were relatively inexpensive. Zulu glasses are relatively inexpensive, especially if you don't have a prescription like mine, because I have no line bifocals or progressive lenses, as they want to call them. I actually have to probably get a newer prescription because I am having issues again reading. I have to take my glasses off to read. I don't understand that life, but it is the way it is. Okay. I've not worked with Zenni, but I have heard of people buying from them. Their style of their brand of glasses aren't my favorite. I appreciate Zenf and Zulu, but wherever you can find them for cheaper than that, I would look into that if I could. So again, going back to some sinking funds. So in my cash envelopes, these are my cash envelopes that I get from Conversation. And of course, the best seller is my, not mine, but her envelopes, the Black Queen, right? So this is the $5 savings challenge. Then I have a $10 savings challenge. Then there is a $20 savings challenge. There's a $50 savings challenge. And then there is a $100 savings challenge. Now I'm looking in sister's envelope because it looks like there's some money in there. And I put her money in the bank. No, there's not. Okay, because I put those last couple of monies in the bank just so I can just move it right over to her account. And I just did a transfer. So in my $5 savings challenge envelope, and these are available on Conversation. If anybody is interested, you can go to Conversation on Etsy and use the code Shakima. That'll get you 10% off of your purchase. But she does have some of these in her shop right now. So the $5 savings challenge, I was saving for vacation, right? But I didn't remember. I remembered, but I forgot that my grandmother was turning 82 and they were having a celebration for her. It was in Charlotte. I live about 4 hours from Charlotte. So I had to take money out to drive so I would have gas to get there and back. I went very quickly. I went there and came right back. But I needed to have gas money to get there, and I did not allocate that at the beginning of the month. Just went off my mind. So I went ahead and pulled out that $85 that I had in there. So this envelope is now empty. There's nothing in this envelope right now. And I've got to restart this, right? Because I'm going on a trip in a couple of weeks and I want to make sure that I have enough money. Then because I needed to eat, I pulled out from my grocery money $50 from the end of the month. If I need to replace it at the end, I can. But we have groceries in this house. We don't need to buy any groceries. So if for some reason, I'm running short on groceries, there's no such thing as running short on groceries. So I did take out money from 1 week's worth of gas and groceries, plus the $85. We went to a Japanese steakhouse, and I had not intentionally planned to pay for my grandmother's meal. But when the lady came around, my grandmother was sitting right beside me, and she said, "Are you two together?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, we are." So I paid for my grandmother's meal and my meal, and that cost me $86. So it was $86 to pay for those two meals plus drinks. And then again, gas to get there and back. And then the next day, because I stayed over one night, I'm already back now. A friend of mine let me stay. Her and her husband were hospitable and allowed me to stay with them, so I didn't have to get a hotel room. They live fairly close. And so the next morning I took her out for breakfast. Her husband was gone doing whatever. So I took her out for breakfast. We are old friends from way back when we lived in the Charlotte area. And what I did was I wanted to at least treat her for her hospitality. So I had the cash and did not use my debit card. I just used the cash. So the $85 I had in my $5 challenge envelope, and then the $50 that I took out and the gas money. So all that money has been spent because I put gas going and I had to put gas coming back because I drove 3 hours to get to my friend's house, and it was another 40 minutes to get to Charlotte where the place was. And then I had to drive 40 minutes back plus another 3 hours home. And I had to stop for gas. Now, that's one thing. So my kids and I, this is just us personally. This is not anybody else. Please don't feel any pressure. But if you want to join us, please do. This year in 2023, I did the $5 challenge. I did the $20 challenge. And I also did the 52-week challenge envelopes, right? So I did the 52-week challenge envelopes. The 52-week challenge envelopes was to pay for my and the kids' trip to California. The $5 savings challenge is for any vacations I went. Now, I've already saved this. I've already saved this envelope, which is only $300, multiple times. I went on a trip in June to New Jersey. I took money out. I went just this past weekend. I took money out. I went somewhere else in July. I took the money out. So this is like a recycling fund. Sinking funds will change your life if you're able to do them, right? And I think you try to do the best you can. Whichever way you can do it, you can do it. Then I did the $20 challenge, and that was for sister's car. So I was able to save in this envelope itself $980 before she got her car. And then I'm at $920 before she got her car. And I just put $20 more in her account last week. So that was $940. I still owe her at the moment $260 to make up the total $1,200 that I had said I was going to do for sister. That's what I agreed to do. Now, my children and I, Shamika, Trend, and Alana, my son-in-law Keith, and myself, we're doing a challenge for 2024. Everybody gets to pick whatever they want to do. I am doing the $100 challenge. 60 $100 bills should save me $6,000. This is my challenge for 24. I'm doing the $100 challenge. I'm also doing the $50 challenge. 60 $50 bills should save me $3,000. Now, I'm challenging myself because I don't need to save for sister anymore. Her car's done. I'm probably still going to do my $5 because I just like this having vacation money. And so, but for me, I'm challenging myself for every paycheck to at least save $100. So that would be $1,000 if I save $100 every paycheck. Now, if I were able to find an extra $100, that would give me $2,000 in just the 10 months that I work. That does not include any windfalls. That doesn't include, I've decided, any extra gas money, any reimbursements, anything like that would be going towards one of these envelopes. So I'm going to save 60 $100 bills and 60 $50 bills to try to build up my 3 to 6 month sinking fund. So that's what those are going to be. Now, because I know a lot of people get very uptight with me when I save it in the envelopes, what I'm going to do is I am going to save it digitally, but I'm just going to mark off my envelope. Does that make sense? I'm going to get the money and transfer it over to a separate account, but I am going to just mark off my circles as I save them, if that makes any sense. So there will not be any cash in these envelopes, not this time, not in 24. I'm just going to do this digitally, and I'll show that process as well. So if anybody is interested in the Black Queen collection, because I know a lot of people have asked, especially on Facebook, the Black Queen collection is pinned on my page. You go to my page, it is the first thing you see before you even see a post. There's a pin there. That pin is the special page that has my discount already loaded on it, and you just order from that link if you're interested. The binders are separate. The binders are not included in the envelopes. You get 5 envelopes, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 5 envelopes. The binders are separate. She may have them in stock. She may not. I don't know. I haven't been on her site in a minute. The other thing is, because I have people ask me quite a lot, it's not my product. When I say my Black Queen, I'm just talking about the ones I have in my binder, right? I'm just talking about what I have over here. It's not my product, but a product that I do share. Now, I've seen that Miss Ollie was saying she's been short for the last 3 months. So speaking of that, we are having a small glitch in our finances. My paycheck is my largest stream of income. I have several social media platforms that pay me income when I am on social media. One pays almost 3 times the other one, and I'm not going to name names because I just don't want to do that. My lower income is we're good, we're straight. My other stream of income that is a large source of income for us is compromised. And when I say that, I post, y'all see me post things like encouragement words and different things of that nature. What I do is I normally go to Canva and I pick one of their templates and I'll put my face on there. One of my pictures, I'll just put my picture in there if I want my picture shown. And I'll just put words, things that the Lord brings to me, little downloads that God would bring to me. And I post those to that platform. Well, last week I posted to that platform using the same method that I have been using for years. And we got dinged for posting fake news. I don't know what was different about this template than the last ones I've used because I use them all the time. But with that ding for us, they have now restricted our earning potential. They have restricted our earning for 90 days. And they may not open it back up. I've submitted a review. They checked it. Their fact checker checked it and still said that I was sharing fake news, false information. It was something the Lord told me to share. I mean, I don't even remember what it was. But I think it was the template that I used that they snagged. I don't think it was the words because it was just something that the Lord downloaded into my brain. So we are restricted from earning any income on that platform for the next 90 days. That income is what I used to use, or what I was using for my sinking funds. And I believe that very much, Miss Robin, because I have just been praying. And my prayer is, Lord, I'm a tither, faithful tither. And his word says that he will rebuke the devourer for my sake. So I'm standing on that word. I'm not worried about it. For the first, I think what I was worried about more than anything was not the money. I'm not worried about the money. God is, he has always come through for me and my kids. It was the thought that somebody would say that I was doing something wrong, because I'm a rule follower. I follow rules. I don't break rules. It's just not it's not a part of my personality. I just don't. And I felt like my integrity was being called into question. But when you're on a platform that is so large, you realize that when you're submitting reviews and all of that, you get an automated response. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm talking to a person, because I sent another response and said, I've been on this platform for 10 plus years. I don't break rules. I don't even share news. I just share my encouragement words and all those. And then I was telling the ladies, I said, you know what? I said, I almost thought, well, I'm not going to post for 90 days. They want to do that. That's fine. I'm just not going to post. And God was like, oh, really? Oh, you're not going to post. But what about all the people that come to read the post? Are you just posting because of the finances? Are you posting for the people? And so God had to get my thoughts right. And I said, you know what, God, that's absolutely true. Because before I was making income there, I was posting. So what does the income mean? It means nothing. I mean, it helps us. Don't get me wrong, that it helps. But that's not the reason. That's not the purpose. When the Lord brings us out of this, right? When God brings us out, we're going to have a testimony. And I think that's what people come here to hear, right? Is the testimony. But I believe that I believe for sure it was an attack. I believe, because there were some other things that I was just doing. I've sown seed. I've just been getting seed out. But he's gonna honor that. He's gonna honor that. And so I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, right? And God be glorified in it all. But he had to get my thinking right. It was like, oh, you just going to post if there's income attached? Oh, I see how you rolling. So don't think that people don't have momentary lapses in judgment, because we do. But I told God, I said, forgive me, Lord, because that's not my intent. I was not trying to say, well, I'm not going to do it because, there's no income. I was like, well, wait a minute, doggone it. Well, then if they're going to do that, then this is what I'm going to do. And God's like, no, you're going to do what I told you, and it's all going to be okay, right? It's all going to be okay. Because I was telling my Titus 2 ladies, I said, my one income source, where I first started, has been down for months. It's been down for months. I can't seem to make it move. I'm like, what is happening? It won't go anywhere in that direction of movement. Well, as soon as that happened here on this other place, immediately I got a green check mark. And that means my income is higher than what it had been previously, right? When you check in your analytics. So I was like, oh, okay, God. Well, then it went back down again. But every day it fluctuates. It goes up and down. And for the past several days, it's still been in the positive. So we are going to get, for anybody who, prays for it, just be in agreement that God's will be done for our family. We are going to get our payment for this month, for October. That was already set and established before this happened. My prayer, because that has happened to us one time before, and then it automatically disappeared, is that it will automatically disappear, because it has affected the other platform that is attached to it. And but I don't make any money on that platform, but I still don't want to be hindered, because my followership is growing. I mean, just within the last 3 days, we've gained quite a few followers. I actually had a reel go viral on Instagram yesterday, it actually went viral. It went from like 6,000 views. It's over 320,000 views at the moment. And I'm really hopeful that it will go further. And it's really just so that we can get the followership is what I'm always hopeful to get more people over to see and hear all the things that God is doing. So we are going to have income for sinking funds for this month, right? So I'll be able to sink my funds. My plan was to use some of that money for my trip, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is take that entire amount and double sink my funds if I can. So if they have me restricted for 90 days, that would be 3 sets of sinking funds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sink for October. With whatever is left, I'm going to try to sink as many of them as I can for November. And then I believe that God has some things happening in November for us as well that will allow me to get my 3rd set of sinking funds in, even though I'm going to have to pre-sink the funds. I'm going to have to pre-sink the sink, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to try to do 3 months worth of sinking funds in 1 month if I am able. So anywho, that's all of that. And again, when I tell you there's no stress, there's nothing. I just believe the Lord. I just believe God. I don't know him to lie. I've never known him to lie. I've only known him to be honest with us and very caring about my family, and whatever concerns me concerns him, and he's just he's already working on my behalf some type of a way. I don't know where, but I know I'm not going to sell out for $600. I'm just not. God can make that happen in no time. No problem. He can do it. He's done it before. So I'm just going to continue to be faithful in my posting. I've been trying to post and just keep things, because people need encouragement. So that's just it is what it is, and it is all going to be well. But with that being said, because I am watching all the pennies, right? We need to go back and make sure that we are keeping those budget sheets the way that the budget sheets need to be done. So I have to make sure that I don't miss anything. I just make sure that I allocate for all of those funds every single time. Okay. I think I covered everything. Again, if anybody, especially on Facebook, is looking for the envelopes, because I get a lot of people asking over there more than I do on YouTube. The envelopes, there's a pin on my page. Go to my page. It's the first thing you'll see before you can get to any of my posts, because I pinned it to the top. All you have to do is click the link and you scroll down a little bit and you should see the Black Queen collection. It's just the envelopes. It's not the binders. This is an A6 clear binder. Sometimes she has these. Sometimes she doesn't. She just sells out, but she tries to restock very much as she can. So just be gracious and give her some chance, to get stuff out. And that, that'll be good. So this is what God told me to do, Miss Vicky, is not, he didn't give me another assignment, right? He told me to tell people, if I can do it for you, Shakima, I can do it for them. And I've just taken that and I've run with it for the last 9 years. And God has proved himself every single time in the last 9 years. So I'm going to keep believing God. I'm going to keep trusting God. I'm going to keep posting about his goodness. I'm going to keep doing all of those things. If you don't mind, please, please, please do a thumbs up, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. It all helps us out. Share the video if you feel like it needs sharing or somebody could benefit from it. That just helps us get out into the algorithm. I am trying to get my views up on YouTube because that seems to help us to gain more income. As the weather changes, more people are inside, so that should help with views as well. Oh, nice. Oh, did you get yours? Very good. She does a great job. I really like working with Sean, and hopefully in November we will get a commission from working with that company as well. So that doesn't come every month; it's every other month. So I don't have that income in yet, but hopefully, somebody use my link and we will have some income for that in November. So I'm prayerful that it will come through. I don't know. I only get commission if people use my link. If not, again, that's a stream. Not every stream is flowing like a river, but trickles help too, right? We do all those things. So again, yes, thumbs up the video, share it if you feel like it's shareable. I'm going to check out of this meet because I got to go meet with somebody else, right? We always meeting. We're always doing the things over here. And I'm meeting them for free. It's not costing them anything but my time. So there it is. Thank y'all. Keep those budgets going. Keep doing good things. The holidays are coming. Listen, here's your warning. The holidays are coming. So you all be very mindful of your spending. Tell yourself, this is my max, this is my limit, and then pray that you find the deals. Black Friday's coming up. There should be some deals. Cyber Monday will be around. There'll be some deals. Try to get as many things as you can around those deals. Don't just overspend, because we're not doing any of that. That is not the Lord's best for us to overspend and be paying for Christmas in March. That Christmas is in December. That's it. Jesus is the reason. So don't buy everybody everything. Give them 3 gifts. Jesus got 3, they get 3. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. I love all y'all, and I'm going to see you next time. Bye now. Y'all be good.